So here is my massively mess of mayhem. I need to go through all that because I need to separate it into stuff. Actually, really what I want is to separate it into my kitchenry and, like fire kits, water stuff, water purification, situations like that, so that I can get it organized. Fishing gear, trapping, that sort of stuff. So, it's just such a huge mess. Where do I start? I got a bunch of corrugated plastic. These little signs that are stuck out, in lawns and things to that nature. So I have tons of them. Let's see. Well, not tons of them, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 of those right there. I have a couple political signs I have had sitting out at my house. 2012 Ron Paul. That one's going to remain. And let's see here, my rainwater for governor of the state of Indiana, Libertarian. So those are not going to be used as material. Those are just actually signs that I had. My Trump ones are put up. They aren't going to be. They're not corrugated. The corrugated plastic stuff like this. They were actually more of a plastic sheet type thing. I have a couple of those put safely away. But these here, these little pieces of corrugated plastic, are the signs that they stick out, in people's yards and stuff. I'm going to use those in the construction of my bike camper. I was originally going to use them to build the entire thing, but this is just going to be the flooring. I'm going to use this as the flooring, and I'm going to use just a regular tarp for the covering, and probably PVC pipe for the ribs of that covering. So I'm going to make a modernized like cowboy chuck wagon type thing, I guess. And it's going to get dragged behind my bicycle when I go out. And there's a trail. It used to be a railroad. Now it's a walking and bike trail. It's called the Nickel Plate, and I'm gonna start at the very beginning of that and ride as much as I can. I think it's less than 50 miles. I know that it's less than 50 miles, but with the way my schedule is, I'm only going to have 2 or 3 days to be able to ride that, and I'll have to go a day and a half down the trail and then give myself a day and a half back. So I don't know how far I'll be able to go in a day and a half when I want to stop and do stuff. So I'm either going to do a short couple days out on that trail, or I'm going to rearrange my schedule so that I have basically unlimited time and do the whole thing. It's somewhere between 30 to 50 miles, I believe, is the length of the trail right now. So I'd like to do the whole thing on the bike, but we'll see what that is. So anyway, that's what these are for. So I'm not getting rid of those. Okay, we have a couple pieces of poster board, and let's see here. I have a little map here, and it was this way. A little map here for some camping sites that I have. This here this here is Camp Osage. Actually, this is Osage. Right here is dead center of the woods. This is a swamp area that's right here, and right in here is where I built that temporary shelter and spent some time out there and videoed a series. It was right here, and I done when Michael and Jalinda went out and spent the night with me on that video when they was camping out with me the night. That dot right there is where we were at. I don't know if you can. Anyway, there you go. This here is Camp Osage. This here is actually let's see, where's the, hold on. This is Camp Juliet Mike. This is Camp Juliet Mike right here. And right here, this is the Missinawall. It's a large lake we have. Here's the dam, starts up here in this whole area here. And sometimes when I do some fishing at Missinawall, this right here is where I go, right here. So that's Missinawall. Okay, so I have, let me scoot back here a little bit. I have this coyote that's been sitting on this stretcher for some time now. Let's turn him around. There you can see the back side. I did a decent job, I think. So his head is stiff and it's turned inside out, which is fine because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I do need to take it off of this, and I'm going to not only take it off, but I'm also going to tear down the actual stretcher. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It's just tied up here with some cordage, and it all comes apart. So I designed it so that it could do that. If you notice all the holes here, this could actually, if I made the holes bigger, could actually work as a peg loom too, I guess, if I wanted to do that. So right now, this coyote's been sitting on this loom for at least a year, maybe longer. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm definitely sure that it's been up there for at least a year. So we're going to go ahead and take it off, and I'm going to roll the coyote up and put it in something a little more compact. I do have somewhere, I have a tote that has a bunch of my furs in it. I've got some beaver in it. I've got the prairie dog. I've got a few other little things. So I'm going to get this down, I'm going to roll it up, and I'm going to get it put up somewhere nice and safe. And I'm going to take down the stretcher because I don't need it out. I can take it down and it'll be much more compact. So I'll get back with you when I get that done. Okay, well, I have most of it done. I just have this one piece here. It was like this, and then as I was setting it up, I noticed this. I could use these two as part of an A-frame for a shelter, and it could be a temporary shelter, and if I needed to do some hides, I could take the shelter down. So this could turn into a lot of uses. It could be a loom, a peg loom. It could be a stretcher for hides. It also could be part of a roof for a shelter. This is turning into a pretty decent variety of uses for this piece of these 4 pieces of wood. So really good. I'm glad that I kind of put it just like this. When I went to turn the camera on, I thought, hey, this would be a nice frame for a roof. If I wanted to build a wooden shelter, kind of like a Viking tent, they have the frame made of wood with the poles like this, and then kind of a box on the bottom, and you just basically throw a tarp over it. So anyway, there's another use for that. Okay, so I got that taken down, and I got the coyote in this plastic bag, and that will get set somewhere. If I can find the box that contains my furs, I don't think it'll fit, but we'll see. Anyway, still a lot more dense down than it was earlier on that big loom, or I should say on that big stretcher, or maybe it's a frame for a hut. Could be anything, right? Okay, I found the tote that has my furs, at least some of my furs. It's got a few. Here's a little squirrel. Here's my beaver. Raccoon. There's the head of a coyote. Now here's a coyote head that I actually purchased at like one of the reenactments, but it's a nice little coyote face right there. That's just the face. That's the only one in here I didn't do myself. Here's a little chipmunk. Oop. Don't want to drop my squirrel. Here's a little chipmunk. One of my favorites, to be totally honest. And here is the prairie dog. It's my prairie dog. Now most all these are hard. This is the only one that I've slightly worked enough to make it flexible. Is the very small one, the chipmunk. The rest of them have remained rawhide. I also have I also have that. Alright, so let's put these down here and try to get them nice and secure so that they stay nice the way they have been for the many years that I've had them. My raccoon goes down here. I'm going to try to get my oh yeah, the coyote fits. Oh, believe it, my coyote fits. My coyote fits in there. And then my beaver, I've got, it makes this, look at this nice little table. I got it fit perfectly to fit on top. Oh my goodness, it fits right up in there. Bingo bango. There. Now that big huge stretcher and the coyote is gone, and I've taken up no other space because this tote is still this tote. So fantastic. Alright, now this is where I'm going to start having some trouble. Move this tote over for this tote here is actually a smattering of this and that. So, I'm going to have to... Alright. The greatest album ever created by man.
Hey, Truth About Love.
No.
Created by, whoa.
Inagata Davida by Iron Butterfly. Look at this. This is the original one. It's a mess, but my son Jaden got this for me for a Father's Day gift because although I have many favorite songs, absolutely, and generally, if you ask me, it'll fall down to either the Doors or it'll fall down to the Beatles as far as my favorite bands of all time. But when it comes to Inagata Davida, this right here is one of my favorite songs ever. Now, I'm not going to say that Iron Butterfly is like one of my favorite bands, because generally if I listen to Iron Butterfly, it's Inagata Davida. And that's about it. Which technically was really supposed to be In the Garden of Eden, but they were so drunk and stoned they couldn't even sing it correctly, and it came out Inagata Davida, and they just left it that way. That's true. So anyway, my son found this at an old record shop and purchased it for me, and this is actually the only album that I own. And as a matter of fact, Inagata Davida is the only song that I can think of that I prefer to listen to it on vinyl. I prefer to listen to it on an actual record rather than modern day when they fix it up and everything. I love the scratches and all that. I just love it. So here is, I need to get this framed. Inagata Davida by Iron Butterfly. Okay, a couple Dollar Tree. Oh, hey, look. There's a skull. This goes into my witchy stuff. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 7 boxes of witchy stuff that I don't have out right now. So here's another. It's got something in it too. Oh. Ooh, some pokeberry seeds. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's my sap. My tree sap. I've been looking for it. Now this is the wet kind. This doesn't really make good. Got a few other things in there. But anyway, witchy stuff. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, we have some military manuals and some photocopies of other survival paperwork. Yeah. Let's see, it looks like a couple decent looking cookbooks. No, basically I just have some magazines and some outdoorsy stuff when it comes to that. I don't know what that is. So we're going to go ahead and go through this. If anything super interesting pops up, I'll get back with you, but I really don't think so. Alright, well, I did find this battery operated bug zapper, and it really works. It's kind of cool. So I'm going to keep that. I have been tossing a few things away. Like here is a little project that I created several years ago. It is a floating fish trap, and it really works. It sits out here, and there's a little boom like this, and it sets a trigger right here, and when the fish pulls the line, it snaps like that, and it sets the hook. I've made 4 or 5 of these, and they're fun. I'm going to keep one, and I'm throwing the rest of them away. I'm keeping one just because I don't want to throw them all away, but I don't need the many of them that I made. So I'll keep one for shits and giggles. I have this tennis racket and my purpose for it was to cut this out and put a net on it and have a net. I'm going to consider still doing that. If I don't, I'm going to end up throwing it away, but I'm going to keep it for now because I still want to really make that net. Just a bunch of crap in here. This would be nice for my kitchen gear. Yep, I got to keep my kitchenry. Alright, I'll get back with you guys. Oh, look, big old pair of bolt cutters. Those got to stay. Okay, I see something. Hold on. Extension cord. That probably should go wherever the rest of the extension cords are. That was pretty close. This tin is a survival kit that I made several years ago. I don't know exactly when I made it, but it is a long time ago. So I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this out, and I'm going to, after I get tired of doing this, I will do a video on what's in here. I'm not really sure. I'll be honest. I made this survival kit. It's hefty. I made it a few years ago, and I'm curious myself to what I put in here. So we're going to do a random surprise what's in my survival kit from a couple years ago video, and we'll see what it turns out to be. Most likely I'm probably going to put this in the giveaway pack. I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna set it right here because I don't want to get rid of that. I'm really curious to see what I put in there. This is a nice little hand duster thing. This would go nice out. Oh, it broke. Screw it. Kitchenry. Gotta keep my kitchenry. What we got here? I think inside here is a couple of those waterproof bags from the Dollar Tree. I think that they're sealed up inside of a paper towel roll wrapped with duct tape. We're going to set this out and look. We'll set these up here. Just kind of open those up later and do a like what was Richard thinking back then. I don't know. Little metal storage containers. I'm sure I was going to do some kind of fire kit or something like that with these. They're going to go in my witchy stuff. It's a little wire brush. That'll go in my kitchen gear. I'm sure I can find use for that. Oh, nice! Look, it's an old type ruler. That's kind of cool. An air pump. I have no idea. Oh, look, an air pump. I have no idea. A glove. Here's some cordage. Can never get rid of cordage. Oh, there we go. There's another one of those traps. I don't know where the plastic thing is that has all the little goodies that, anyway. Trash. More cordage. Some painter's tape. Yeah, I'm sure that can go in Michelle's crafty area. A screen for water purification. You have to keep that. Some Dollar Tree gardening equipment. That's going to be kept. And there's one of those waterproof bags. Absolutely. Love those things. I was really into those. I mean, really into those when they first came out. I bought dozens of them. deer scent. I'm sure that's still good. Ah, yes. One of these ice packs, little small ice packs from the Dollar Tree. Again, container, a waterproof container. Don't need the packaging, but you can stick a minimal amount of stuff inside there and then seal it up, and it is waterproof. I'm not going to get rid of that. That's kind of cool. Yeah. The hell? Just pieces of... Is this part of a shirt? Oh! I was gonna make char out of this. That's what it was. Yeah. I could still make some char. Man, but I don't need to. Get rid of it, Richard. Alright, guys, tell me. Get rid of it, Richard. Thank you. It's gone. A sock. That's brand new, too. I have no idea how that got in there or why it's even there. A butane lighter or torch. I'm not even sure if this works. I've got some butane somewhere, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this out. Put it with my kitchenry just in case. Another one of those Dollar Tree. I got them somewhere. They stay on bamboo. You put fuel in them, light them up, little torch things. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, it's a light. I'm sure it would work if I changed the batteries, but I'm not dealing with it. Soap. It's handmade. Here's a belt buckle. Definitely going to keep that. More cordage. Here's a little small round the neck piece of I'm not gonna mess with that. Nope. What do we got here? Soybeans. Now I know why that sock was in there. The one that I just threw away. They were little punching bags with soybeans in them. I went out to a soybean field and after the harvest and collected a bunch of soybeans, and I was using it to condition myself. Yeah. Glow sticks, I doubt whether they really work anymore. Glow in the dark duct tape. I got that so that I could put it around camp so that I wouldn't run into stuff. Nice little protractor. Definitely going to keep that. What do we got here? One of those window door alarms. So I was making wilderness signal traps out of these several years, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. You know, I was making like little spring traps and little wire traps where people would trip on them and then separate and it would make noise, and I'd let, then I could know people was around. I'm sure this probably doesn't work, but I'm going to keep just one of them. If I find any more, I'll go ahead and toss them. A clamp. Can always use a clamp. Well, there's a padlock, brand new. I don't need it in here, but I'll use it somewhere. And what kind of strap it is. Oh, I know what this is. It's another Dollar Tree thing. It's a belt, and it has a zipper that you can hide stuff in your belt. So it goes on the inside and it looks like a belt, like if it was wrapped around your waist, but inside of it you can hide things. I'm gonna keep that. You never know. You never know. I could play at least, you know. Keep that. Zip ties. Zip ties are, those are kind of small. Get rid of zip ties. A little Band-Aid case. I'm gonna mess with it. Here is a needle case. A wooden needle case. I love these things. That is gonna go in my kit. I have a leather working sewing kit over here that I threw them in. Here's a couple dice that I have no idea what they are. I have no idea. They got little symbols on them. I have no clue. Just throw those away. It's a nice little razor blade. Oh, a calculator. I'm sure it has use, but I don't know. Some gauze. Yeah, we'll better keep that just in case. A hand warmer. Container. I hate throwing containers away. I'm gonna keep it. Locking nuts. I'm sure I had a purpose for those. Better leave those out. Some stuff that goes in my leather working kit. Some dry erase markers and crap. Some split rings for fishing. Definitely leave those out. Another dry bag. Oh, it's a little net. Yes. So it's like from an orange or apple, something like that. Oranges or something. So it's a decent net. Just like so. The bottom's still sealed up. And again, that's what this was going to be for. I was going to have this, you know, sit like that and around the edge and make myself a nice little net, a scooping net. So I'm gonna absolutely not get rid of that. I've got several more somewhere, but for sure I want to do that project. And what we'll do is we'll pull the piece of plastic in there, so like that, so it kind of stays with it, so I kind of know where all my pieces are. Cord organizers. Put cord in there, wind it up, and then you can pull it out. That's pretty decent. I remember getting those at one point. A Dollar Tree sand timer. I'm not 100% sure why that's in there, but magnifying glass, I got tons of those. It's a camera. It's a disposable camera. It's never been opened. Does it have a flash? It does. It has a flash. I used to turn these into tasers, and they really work. I'm going to keep that. I don't know if it'll still work. I'm assuming this will still take pictures if I can find somewhere to develop them. That's an actual disposable camera. Yeah. Do they even do those anymore? I don't know. Zip ties, get rid of that. Some glow-in-the-dark shoelaces. I ain't gonna mess with that. What's in here? Oh, yes. various sizes of these little trinkety things. These little binders. Yes, I use those when I want to attach small sticks to each other and things like that. Yes, these are still work for good outdoors and stuff. Oh, look, more cordage. Cordage. Some snares. A few, how many there? I don't know. Looks like 3. Little snare kit. I think these are trash bags. They are. Plastic trash bags are invaluable out in the field. Can't get rid of those. And another hand warmer. I don't know. That's a crappy. That's no. Okay. Here's a. Well, you know what? That doesn't even. I'm gonna open this up just see if it really works. Just test it out here real quick. Here's a little pill holder, and I love these things. I used to put little small micro fishing kits and stuff in these, so I'm going to keep that. Let's open this up. 2 of them. See if these things are even warm up. We'll see if they heat up. Oh, look. Here's a template for a knife I was making. I don't know if I need that anymore. I'm not even gonna mess with it. Yeah, just little bits of trash. So I'm gonna gather up all the trash that I have here, and these aren't doing anything. They should at least be a little warm by now. But you know what? Ooh, I got an idea. What's in here may actually help me start fire. I could do a roll fire. So get some cotton and cotton ball, put some of this in it, and roll it really hard and fast, and it might work for a fire. I'm gonna find out. We're gonna go ahead and throw them inside this little thing here, and I'm going to go find a few cotton balls and put in here, and maybe we'll do a test to see if those hand warming items, even when they're not any good anymore, actually will help us create fire. We'll check that out. Anyway, I'm going to clean this mess up, dump out my trash, and then I have this tote right here that I could start putting stuff in. Now I should put my witchy stuff in here because it might all fit, and that would clear out a huge portion of the mess in this room. So I'll get right back with you. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do tonight is, first of all, clean this top of this off a tad bit. It's got a lot of salt which came off of some of my hides. Anyway, just going to kind of clean that off just a tad bit so that when I open it up, it doesn't throw dirt all over the floor. At least not much, hopefully. Alright, so let's get it up here. See what we got. Oh, this is family tree stuff. Yep. Yep, this is not outdoorsy stuff.
That's all family tree.
This is all family tree stuff too.
You can go right here.
Alright, so I've got 2 totes of genealogy and family heirloom type stuff and things like that. This one and the one that it's on. And that's going to be it for tonight. Let me show you what I cleared out and We're doing it bits and pieces at a time, but eventually it's going to get taken care of. All right, these two totes are going strictly to not outdoorsy stuff. So they are going to stay outside that parameter. Now this section right here that's all cleaned out right there used to be full, so I'm getting there. All my witchy stuff is now right there in that blue tote, that box on the bottom, the baby wipes one, and the box that's sitting on the blue tote. That's basically that. So I've organized a little bit, not a whole lot. I still definitely have that tote to go through. That's a little blue one there is full of general crap, I guess. And then I have those 3 black ones to deal with. I've got 3 blue ones right there, and I've got 2 green ones and a blue one there to deal with as far as totes go. And then I've got a handful of random rucks up there with stuff in it too. It's not going to get done tonight, but soon. I think it's organized a little bit better. So thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's your own backyard.